All right, let's talk about a charming little town called Strawberry Shakeville. Now, you might not think it, but their famous strawberry shake holds a really powerful mathematical secret. And this secret, it's behind everything from a perfect recipe to, get this, reading a map. So, what is it? Let's dive in.
So, picture this, a sunny little town where one thing is king, the perfect strawberry shake. I'm talking legendary. You know, the kind of shake that just makes your whole day better? Yeah, that's the one. Everybody loves them, but almost nobody knows why they taste so unbelievably good.
And that right there is the big mystery. What is it that makes these shakes so special? Well, the keeper of this secret is a super cheerful girl named Leela. And she got a recipe from her grandma that was, let's just say, way more than a list of ingredients. It was kind of like a magic formula.
Okay, so let's unlock that secret. It all comes down to one absolutely crucial idea from Leela's grandma, the secret ratio.
Here it is, Grandma's wisdom. And notice, it's not just some strawberries, some milk, some sugar. No, it's specific. 3 strawberries, 2 cups of milk, and 1 spoonful of sugar every single time. This exact relationship is the key to everything.
And here we have it, all broken down. Just look at those numbers. 3, 2, 1. See, this isn't just a recipe, it's a rule. For every 3 strawberries, you have to have 2 cups of milk and 1 spoon of sugar. That balance, it's what makes it perfect. And you know what? That rule actually has a name. It's called a ratio. And all a ratio is, really, is a way to show the relationship between different amounts of things. So, the secret to the perfect shake. We can just write it as 3 to 2 to 1. Boom! That's the magic formula. So, Leela's got the perfect formula for one shake. Great. But what happens when she needs to make like 100 of them for a festival? This is her first big test, the Big Festival Challenge.
This is the problem, isn't it? She's got to make enough for everyone in Strawberry Shakeville. But if she messes up that recipe, the magic is totally gone. So how in the world do you make a bigger batch of something perfect?
Well, the answer is right there in the ratio. The relationship between the ingredients, that 3 to 2 to 1, has to stay the same no matter how big the batch gets.
And Leela totally figures it out. To make 2 shakes, all she has to do is double everything. So 3 strawberries become 6, 2 cups of milk become 4, and that 1 spoon of sugar becomes 2. See how every single part scales up together? And would you look at that? 6 to 2 to 2 is the exact same thing as 3 to 2 to 1, just bigger. The ratio is the same. The perfect taste is saved.
Okay, so we've seen how to scale up. But does this whole ratio magic work the other way around? Let's check out a new challenge, making a teeny tiny shake for a pet bunny.
Turns out, it absolutely does. To make a smaller shake, you just scale everything down by the same amount. So Leela helps her friend cut the recipe in half. You get 1½ strawberries, 1 cup of milk, and half a spoon of sugar. That 3-to-1 ratio holds strong, even for a tiny, bunny-sized shake. And that, right there, is the most important lesson from our little story in Strawberry Shakeville. The magic was never about having exactly 3 strawberries. The magic was always in the relationship between the ingredients. It is all about proportion.
So, why does a story about strawberry shakes actually matter to you? Well, because this recipe for everything isn't just for Strawberry Shakeville. Ratios are kind of quietly running the show all around us. I mean, think about it. Anytime you follow a recipe for anything, you're using ratios. Mixing that perfect shade of blue paint, that's a ratio. Heck, even reading a map, it all relies on a fixed ratio, right? Where maybe 1 inch on the paper equals 1 mile in the real world. It's that consistent relationship that makes it all work.
Ratios really are like these secret instructions that make sure everything stays consistent. Whether you're making 1 strawberry shake, a whole festival's worth, or even mixing cement for a skyscraper. It's all about keeping things in proportion.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you know what you're looking for, what are the hidden recipes, the secret ratios that are kind of running the show in your world? Seriously, from the screen you're watching this on right now to the fuel mix in a car, they're everywhere. What are you going to find?